Hell hath no fury like Lidia Thorpe, and she doesn't actually have to be scorned for the anger to rise. During yesterday's Senate estimates, Thorpe questioned Senator Malarndirri McCarthy. She's the Assistant Minister for Aboriginal People and an Aboriginal woman herself. Over $14.5 million it's been redirected towards NT Police, quite properly, to help them fight the crime wave in Alice Springs.
And how dare you, when we have First Nations people working in the police force,
Are you protecting the police?
No, I'm telling you that we also have First Nations police who are doing their best
to
improve the situation
police are police.
Across the
Doesn't
Northern
matter what
Territory.
colour you are.
You're a disgrace
Concrete
to the
slabs.
Senate and you're a disgrace to your people.
I mean, seriously, Thorpe's a grandmother. I hope her grandkids aren't watching that sort of display. The NT Police, well, they've come out and responded. They've issued a statement saying Senator Thorpe's comments demonstrate a severe lack of understanding and awareness of the dire situation faced by NT Police and their pressing need for increased resources and staffing. And I 100% agree with that. I've been there in February in Alice Springs and they desperately need boots on the ground. Now, I'm not sure what her point was in all of that, but maybe these two, my next guests, will help me untangle it. Former Liberal MP Nicolle Flint and Christy McSweeney from PR Council. Nicolle, you've been in the Parliament. I mean, surely Australians are watching that and going, what on earth are we paying her wage for? Surely she's got to go if she wants to be a screaming banshee sort of activist.
Look, Peter, it was a pretty extraordinary display, and I think everyone at home would agree that Senator Thorpe is behaving in a disgraceful manner. I was just a bit disappointed that the minister essentially joined in. We don't need to see that behaviour from anyone in Parliament, especially screaming matches. So I hope everyone has now calmed down, and particularly anyone who's a minister conducts themselves in a polite and respectful manner, even when provoked, which she was, by Senator Thorpe.
Christy, when you read between the lines there, this whole debate about the police, and we know the police in the NT want the resources. We know the people on the ground, the NT say, give the police resources. We need the police out and about in our communities. Do you reckon Thorpe's edging towards some sort of BLM, Black Lives Matter, defund the police sort of policy?
I think she certainly is. Look, she has framed herself since leaving the Greens, and this is on them for selecting her as a candidate. And of course, she, once elected, can choose to sit as an independent, which she has done. They should apologise to the Australian people who vote for them, for 10% around Australia and more in many electorates for their candidate vetting. However, she won't win a Senate quota next election. So she is framing herself as an activist, as some sort of extreme fringe, and you're right, activist in that space. No wonder the minister was exasperated with her. And for Labor, this is really bad. It sets up the viewpoint and demonstrates the viewpoint that not all Indigenous people think the same about public policy in this country. It is showing the division within the Indigenous community around government action, and that is going to worry the Labor Party.
I must say, I was walking past her office in inner city Melbourne not so long ago. I took a picture of her hours of business, if I can call them that. Nicolle, you've been an MP, as I said. She's only open Monday to Thursday. Even then, she doesn't work 9 to 5. It's 10 till 4. She's closed on the weekend by appointment. Well, let's see if she actually ever turns up. How do you run an office like that, Nicolle Flint?
Well, you can't, Peter. I mean, well, I suppose you can because you're a senator, but she deserves to lose her position in the Senate for a range of reasons, not least of all, she doesn't appear to be working very hard. Gosh, when you're a marginal seat holder, it's 7 days a week and almost 24 hours a day, Peter. That's how you serve your community, and those sorts of hours are, quite frankly, quite offensive.